Okay, so here we go. Interesting angle right here. Listening to the Marketing School podcast right now, and what they are doing is they are talking about 7 different types of blog posts. One is how-tos, but here's another one. Taking a piece of information and reformulating it, visualizing it, turning it into an audio format, turning it into just a live, like a commentary over what's actually happening, and then almost like an implementation guide type of video or audio on top of what somebody actually created. So that's exciting. So I look at it from the perspective, how do you implement stuff in the walking and talking space? And that's, I guess, what this is, right? Listen to the podcast. They talked about the 7 different types of posts, and how do you implement in the walking and talking? And that's what this is, creating an audio message around what's happening. It's taking a piece of content and repurposing it, linking back, giving primary credit to the original piece, and then linking back to the original piece. And from there, it was actually interesting just doing a inventory of blog links. This could get really interesting. So now we're talking to ourselves here, right? An inventory of blog links for the post, and then starting from there, adding an audio on top of it that starts to be an implementation guide, right? So the easiest version of an implementation is an audio. This is just a brainstorm from what we could actually do. Take the link, make that post a link, turn it into an audio, or put it into a table. That could get really interesting too. Now we can start put it into a table, and then have the different levels. That gets interesting, having the different levels of implementation or execution. I think I can actually roll this out in Notion. So, it starts with a link, and then there is, it's like link through implementation. Well, I really like this one actually. I like where this could go. It's link through, start with a link, a reference from something else, credit back the original source, very important. Credit back the original source, and then take it through to implementation. If we share these things publicly, or if we share them privately. So we take all of our notes that go in, that could get really interesting. So we just have to lay out the different levels of implementation, right? The different levels of implementation, right? So it's not just about the end state of sharing out information. It's taking that information and making it active out there in the world, and taking a whole bunch and doing a first level summary of what we talked about. So we could take each of these, do a first level summary of what we talked about, and then just do further level summaries of what we can actually talk about. So we create an audio message on each of these types of guides, and leave it at that. How many do we actually turn into audios? And then from there, how many do we take the audios and turn it into something a little bit more? That is interesting.